Check 1, 2.
Go! Curious about real estate? Yes! Then you've come to the right place. Get the knowledge you need, get over the fear, and get started. This is the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show with your host, Michael Quarles.
Hello everybody, Michael Quarles with the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show. Today's Friday, 1 week after April Fools. It's April 8th. It's podcast 232. I am in a fantastic mood. Have been all week long. Good stuff's happening in my life, and it just feels awesome to be a real estate investor. It is like so friggin' cool. Although, you know, the only thing negative that really happened this week, Monday through Friday, was we got an appraisal done on a house, and I think the appraiser he might listen to my podcast, so I don't want to say smoking dope or something, but there was, obviously he was impaired somehow, but it's okay. He appraised it high enough that it still made sense for me to buy the house. So he was about a couple dollars short. But anyway, but you know, those things are going to happen. We got to roll. We got to roll with the punches. Life's like that. Life's not the perfect crystal ball all the time. Sometimes you look in that crystal ball and it's the color of a bowling ball. Well, in this case, you know, it was pretty crystal, but he still came in short, and I could argue with him and justify it for him why he was short and all that kind of good stuff. But, you know, it is what it is. It didn't hurt. It didn't kill the deal. One of the things that bothers me the most is when someone says they know how to do something when they're professional and yet they're not. That just kind of bothers me. So anyway, we have 5 questions. Sorry, got off on the tangent. You know me. I do this. I absolutely do this a lot. Got off on a tangent, but we have 5 questions sent in today. And remember, if you have a question, send it to support@michaelquarles.com. Also, don't forget about the coaching program, $247 a month. You can't beat that. 6 months. Man, we talk a lot. I mean, we talk a lot. It's enormous. Getting question number 1. When searching for my first fix and flip, should I have help from a realtor or just search for myself? Well, the word first is an important and key component. Because if it is in fact your first and you don't have a coach, let's face it. Okay, so let me do the math here for a second. A realtor would cost you 6% of something. Let's say you're buying a house for $100. It's going to cost you $6,000. My coaching program is only $11.97, so getting my coaching and save some money. But if you don't have a coach and you don't know how to do it, this is your first one, you probably should hire a realtor to help you at least do the paperwork and understand. Now, the problem inherently is you're probably going to pay more for that property than you could pay for it if you learned how to buy it directly from the seller. And yes, working with realtors are great. Some of them are fantastic people. Some of them, man, they're full of responsibility. They're full of ethics. They're full of morals. They're full of the right thing to do in life. They're just full of the quality that we would want people to possess that we do business with. They absolutely are, and there are some that aren't. But as we deal with sellers, a lot of our sellers don't want to use a realtor. For some reason, their situation doesn't afford them the ability to go there. Either they had a bad experience and they tag all realtors as the same, or their house and their condition of their house emotionally or physically isn't one that they can hire a realtor. Things happen, so they can't. But if it was my first one, yeah, I'd probably get a little advice from a realtor. But I certainly would want to try to find it myself. And sign up for my coaching program. Save yourself some money. Question number 2. When a call comes in from a motivated seller, which would you prefer? Automated voicemail, call center, or me, myself, answering the phone? Let's take those in the order of what you can actually accomplish. The last one would be the one I would not do. The one I would do the least is me, myself, answering the phone, because you can't always answer it. Because people are going to be calling you at 10 o'clock at night. They're going to be calling you at 6 o'clock in the morning. They're going to be calling you 2 or 3 times at the same time. So your phone's going to ring 3 different times. They're going to be calling you and calling you and calling you and calling you. And that's not your job. Isn't an operator. Your job is a real estate investor, an entrepreneur. So now that we got that one out of the air, now which one's better, voicemail or call center? Well, in tangent. Now I have a call center. Most people can't afford a call center, so you have to set up the voicemail. But even if you had a call center, you'd still have to set up the voicemail. And if you were in my coaching program, you get the voicemail. We actually give you the voicemail that I use in my call center when we can't answer the phone, because we can't answer it all the time. We're not here at night. And so, man, what a great thing. You get the voicemail with all the embedded commands and pacing and mimicking and all that kind of good stuff. Cool stuff. So first thing I do, voicemail. If I could, call center. I'd do call center, but I'd still do voicemail because I know I have to have a backup to call center. And then I would never answer the phone myself. Only time I answer the phone myself is when I know my wife is calling. She likes it when I do that. And so, other than that, no. Voicemail. Call center. Great question. Now, not an outsourced call center either. Yuck. Puke. Not an outside call center. Not someplace in Jamaica. Not someplace called Pat. Not someplace answering service. If you want to have a call center, you have an Alex sitting out there outside of your office that is trained to answer the questions. Okay? That's what we're talking about here. We're not talking about outsourcing.
Thanks for listening. We'll be right back. Are you running out of leads? It's time you tried Yellow Letters at yellowletters.com. Get motivated seller leads through yellow letters, postcards, zip letters, typed professional letters, greeting cards, door hangers, and business cards. Yellow Letters is a full-service marketing company created with your success in mind. Get the personal attention you need to get your direct mail campaign started, and get in touch at yellowletters.com.
And we are back in 3, 2, 1.
Question number 3. Of all those answering options, is there a difference in responses? Yes, there is. One, you can answer the phone. One, you can not answer the phone. One, you can give all of the people the same experience. And I like giving them all of the same experience if I can. So I like, if I could, if my call center can answer the phone all the time during the day, that's great. But I still know there's times we can't. So I want to give all those people the same experience. And you can't answer your calls yourself. You just can't. You can't. Yeah, okay. Mike, maybe you're saying, Mike, I've done it for the last 2 days. Okay. Maybe you've done it the last 10 years. Who cares? The reality is you can't. You're not supposed to be. Your job is to figure out how to get outside of your business, Batman. You don't need to be inside of your business. Be an entrepreneur. Have something done on your behalf. You'll make more money. Answering your own phone doesn't make you more money. Having a system that answers your phone makes you more money. Because you can return those calls in urgent. That'd be a great coaching student question. Where and how do I start to set up a consistent plan on marketing and buying real estate? Oh, wow, that's a cool question. That is absolutely a cool question that's going to lead me to say, again, the coaching program. Because the first thing we do is go over your market and run the algorithms on it to know what you need to know about your market and what, the highest impact of your market will be or where it's going to be. And then from a consistency, we set you up in that. We kind of tell you what you need you to do. And, it's a 6-cycle cluster marketing program. After 6 months, you recycle your list and you start all over again. You tweak along the way, of course. And the consistent part is what, for most people, where they fall apart. Because they're not on purpose in business. So I want to try to do it. I'm going to hope to do it. I think I can do it. But they're not committed to doing it. The people that I see that are committed to doing it, they're just out there, they're buying houses and taking names. They're just doing the stuff. The people that aren't necessarily as committed, their marketing, supposed to be every 30 days. It stretches to 45, 53, 65. Oh, I haven't marketed in 3 months and the phone's just not ringing. Yeah, go figure. But we'll help you with that. We'll absolutely help. Question number 5. How do you deal with sellers who are motivated but like to talk and give you long, rambling or answers to your questions? Yeah, that's a really, really, really important topic to understand. Because you can dismiss what isn't important to you, which is extremely important to them. And if you know that you have a deal to be done, then sometimes you have to respect their ramble. Now, that is different than just wanting to ask you questions. So if you ask the question and they gave you a 15-minute response, but they answered your question, well, I think that's fine. Maybe cut it down a little bit if you want to. But if you ask them a question, they answered that, and then they asked you why the sky was blue and why is sand, brown and white, and why is yellow kind of stuff. Well, if I have a person like that, I'm going to say, hang on. Got it. Good. Michael Quarles here. It's important that I ask you these very important questions. I want to do the best job I can today and buy your house. And I know it's important for me to be as a professional as I can be. So if here's the rule. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Within those questions, I'm sure I'm going to be answering a lot of your questions, but any question that you may have, when I'm done asking my questions, I'll give you ample opportunity to ask your questions. It's important for me, again, that I go through this process. I don't leave anything undone, and I'm as professional as possible, but I am going to give you as much opportunity to ask any question that you might have when we're done. If that works for you, let's begin again. Works for you? Terrific. And the person that's just rambling, they're just rambling. You can cut them off a little bit if you want. And you can kind of build your questions within their rambling. Just ask them another question while they're rambling if you want. But I think morally, we have to, if someone's rambling about a question, we ask them and they're giving us the answer, but they're rambling, giving us the answer, then we've got to accept it. So, what's it going to take? A half an hour out of your life to make someone feel important, and that goes a long way for people. It's your way. It's your way of hugging them, and that's what they're needing. Is they're needing that hug that they're not going to physically get, but some of these folks, guys and gals, they don't have anybody. And even if you see somebody in the house, it's still not someone they have. Meaning, they're so lonely of an individual that it's okay. It's what we do. It's fine. Okay, as long as what they're talking about is appropriate. If it's not appropriate, dismiss them. Like I said earlier, dismiss the topic and carry forward. But give some attention to those people that we're helping. You'll feel better about it as you lay your head on that pillow tonight. Great questions, guys and gals. Really great questions. I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show. Get more info and stay in touch at michaelquarles.com.